And we want to start this afternoon with a concerning issue that we've gotten dozens of calls about.
Yeah, families who are already struggling, living in hotels and motels, now worried they'll be evicted. So many people lost pay due to the coronavirus. Channel 9's Tina Terry has been following this issue for days now. And Tina, you have an important update that you've learned about.
Yeah, Damani, so many families living in hotels like this one here behind me have been reaching out to us for help. Now, we did get our hands on this letter from North Carolina's Attorney General Josh Stein. In it, he warns hotels that the 30-day halt on evictions issued by North Carolina's Chief Justice applies to people living in hotels as well. We are told that he sent this letter to several hotels throughout the state. Now, for days, people have reached out to Channel 9 saying the COVID-19 pandemic has left them without a job or money to pay for their hotels. Now, I have already been in contact with the Attorney General's office, and I'm trying to find out if there's anyone that would be exempt from this protection. We're going to bring you a lot more details on our story tonight at 5 o'clock.
Over the weekend, CATS employees learned. All right, Tina, thank you. And over the weekend, CATS employees learned a co-worker tested positive for COVID-19.
There are a lot of questions surrounding the case, including whether that employee is a driver. Let's turn now to Channel 9's Deshaun Brown, who she joins us live now. And Deshaun, what have you learned?
Damani, we are still waiting to hear back from CATS directly on whether the employee who tested positive works as a bus driver. But I can tell you, we are hearing from both passengers and employees who are very concerned about the number of people who are still riding buses right now. I want to show you this picture. We actually received this from a passenger who shared this with Channel 9's Anthony Castor this morning after he got off the bus. And he is concerned there are still too many people riding buses to maintain a safe physical distance. Of course, the CDC recommends that people stay at least 6 feet apart right now. We're also hearing concerns from multiple employees concerned that they're facing a high risk of contracting the virus. They referenced crowding on buses and the lack of protective equipment like masks. Now, Sunday, a CAT spokesperson told me that they are currently working to get masks for their workers, but they're also running into shortages. This morning, we spoke with an essential worker who rides the bus to work. Listen to what he described.
After the fourth stop, the bus just started getting crowded and crowded and crowded and crowded. And that's when I took a picture and I sent it to my sister who's a healthcare worker in New York, and she's like, "I'm glad you got your mask on."
And right now I am still working to get confirmation from CATS as well on whether there was one employee who tested positive or if there are more cases. We're working to get that confirmed, and we'll bring you the latest tonight coming up on Eyewitness News at 5 and 6. Back to you.
All right, Deshaun Brown reporting live for us tonight. Thank you so much for that report. Well, tonight, Charlotte City Council will meet for a strategy session. Much of the meeting will focus on the coronavirus outbreak. And Eyewitness News reporter Anthony Castor is uptown with more on some of the key issues they're expecting to tackle during that meeting.
City Council will get an update and discuss the enforcement of the stay-at-home order. Over the weekend, CMPD cited 8 protesters outside a Preferred Women's Health Center on Latrobe Drive. Those people are accused of violating that stay-at-home order. This is video from the previous weekend. Officers did not cite the same group at that time because they made efforts to social distance. But CMPD is also cracking down on businesses that aren't following the stay-at-home order. We told you last week police cited Cool Cave Spot in Southeast Charlotte for staying open and told them to shut down. Although many of the city's parks are maintained by the county, we are still seeing problems with people not adhering to the social distancing rules. Take a look. We got this video of a very crowded Romere Bearden Park yesterday. You can see there's a group of people playing volleyball and a handful of others in the background there. The county's health director has already taken measures to keep people at home, zip tying basketball nets and locking tennis courts. They even took down the volleyball nets at Freedom Park in Dilworth. For now, the parks are still open, but the county could close them if people continue to crowd them. Tonight, we expect to learn how the city will increase its efforts to keep people at home. Back to you.
The CABARRUS Public Health Authority is now monitoring 3 outbreaks. 10 people tested positive at Carolina's Rehabilitation Northeast. Not all of them live in CABARRUS County. What matters most is a disability service. 5 people tested positive there. The center has stopped its day program for now. And at Carl A. Furr Elementary, 3 staff members tested positive. But of course, since schools were closed, no children are at risk. But in the last 30 minutes, North Carolina has confirmed almost 300 new cases of coronavirus and also 2 more deaths. However, the state has tested more than 40,700 people. Right now, there are more than 2,800 confirmed cases and 33 people have died. Mecklenburg County now has 733 confirmed cases and 4 deaths, which is a drop of 2. In the past, the numbers have dropped if people tested or passed away in Mecklenburg County but lived elsewhere. In South Carolina, there are more than 2,000 positive cases. The total number of deaths in the state stands at 44. In our area, York County has the most cases with 85, and that includes 2 deaths.
Well, another local law enforcement officer has tested positive. Our Greg Suskin confirms it's a Clover police officer. The police chief says the officer is at home doing okay, recovering under quarantine. No idea yet on how the officer was exposed. Now, over the weekend, we told you Pageland's police chief tested positive, as well as a York County Sheriff's Office employee. Well, here in Charlotte, a paramedic, firefighter, and 2 CMPD officers tested positive last week. There are others in quarantine. CMPD says it's limiting exposure by doing more online reports. Well, the outbreak makes the job of protecting our community more dangerous than it already is. And we ask what other police departments across our area are doing to keep officers safe. Concord and Gastonia officers have protective equipment such as masks, hand sanitizer, and gloves, and they're also handling non-emergency calls by phone. In Rock Hill, dispatchers ask callers if they have any COVID-19 symptoms before sending an officer.
Food in Charlotte is greater now, but one local group is now changing how it feeds the community.
Yeah, Loaves and Fishes is shutting down its brick and mortar stores and only using its mobile food banks. Reporter Gina Esposito joins us live from University City. And Gina, people lined up this morning because they desperately need that food.
Yeah, you know, just in the last 30 minutes here, the Loaves and Fishes mobile food pantry just wrapped up here at the Camino. They're packing up now, but we saw 375 families come by here this morning to pick up a box of food. I want to show you what that line looked like just about an hour ago. This is it, a line of cars. They stretched down Stetchen Drive to North Tryon in University City. You can see just how big the need for food is right now. Families can no longer shop for food, but are given a box full of food, of fresh and non-perishables. Loaves and Fishes says all of its brick and mortar locations are now closed, but to ensure families can still get food, they're opening up these mobile locations like this one this morning. Now, we have met several people, including one man who works for Monarch, which is a behavioral health facility. He told me he was picking up a box for a woman who just couldn't get here.
She lives by herself, and in speaking with her this morning, you could tell she was very hoarse and raspy, so I told her, please don't come out.
Now, Loaves and Fishes says they fed 3,500 families last week, and that's 3 times the normal number of families they would feed in a typical week in April. So the need is huge. If you would like to get a box at Loaves and Fishes, remember you have to be referred. Back to you.
And there is a tremendous need out there. Thank you so much for that report, Gina.
Today, there are some new restrictions that go into effect in South Carolina surrounding non-essential businesses. Let's break them down for you. Places like clothing, furniture, and sporting goods stores are all now considered non-essential. They have to close by 5 p.m. On Friday, Governor McMaster said hardware, home improvement, and gun stores can stay open. He has not issued a statewide stay-at-home order yet. Cleveland County is now partnering with United Way to create a community relief fund. Our partners at the Shelby Star report the county gave $60,000 to the local United Way chapter. $50,000 came from the county. The other $10,000 came from a community partner. The United Way will give that money to organizations helping families during this crisis. To be eligible to receive assistance, you have to live in Cleveland County and have lost your job or hours. Families in a dozen Charlotte area housing complexes can soon get help paying their bills. Our partners at the Charlotte Business Journal report Camden Property Trust started a $5 million relief program for residents. Camden owns 165 properties nationwide, and 12 of them are in the Charlotte area. Residents who lost income can apply for up to $2,000. It is first come, first serve, and Camden will start sending money out as early as next week. A sign of hope this midday, barriers are starting to come down in Wuhan, China, as the city that was once the epicenter of the virus prepares to move on from the crisis. On Wednesday, the city's lockdown will be lifted more than 2 months after it went into effect. This comes as the number of new cases there continues to drop.